So then let's start. Good afternoon, dear colleagues, dear ladies and gentlemen, dear students. It's my big pleasure and my big privilege to introduce most of the people working behind and before the scenes when it comes to the teaching of our department. And most importantly, I'm very proud and very privileged to introduce Professor Dr. Iris Eisenberger to you, probably for the first time, more or less officially, to the students. Iris is going to join the department from the 1st of March, and she's already teaching a lot in the summer term. And it's our pleasure to have you with us, really. And we are very much looking forward to working and to learning from her. And Iris, please be so kind, let us know what you're planning when it comes to the teaching side in the next month. Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much, Nikolaus, for this friendly introduction and for having me here. Good afternoon to everyone, also from my side. So apart from the lecture on digital law that I will be teaching together with Professor Forgo, and which will be introduced later on, I will offer 3 additional courses this summer. So my first seminar will be one on chatbots and innovation law. In this seminar, we are going to discuss legal issues surrounding chatbots. For example, Fred, a chatbot operated by the Austrian Ministry of Finance that offers guidance on several tax issues, or various online chatbots which offer psychological counseling. These chatbots raise numerous legal questions. For instance, should the operation of these chatbots be regulated? How should false information be handled legally? Or even how can legal requirements be implemented technically? The seminar is going to be a classical seminar in the sense that students will present their topics and hand in a seminar paper. Students in that seminar will learn how to conduct legal research, how to write a seminar paper, and how to identify and discuss questions regarding the regulation of emerging technologies with a focus on public law. The seminar will be taught in German and will be a classroom course. Only the preliminary meeting will be online, and it will be open for diploma study students and doctoral students. The handout with dates, time, and other important information will be posted online next week. I will offer a second seminar. It will be a literature circle on law, innovation, and society. In this seminar, we will read and discuss seminal literature on law, innovation, and society. Each session, one student will present and comment on academic work. For example, Sheila Chazanov's article on constitutional moments in governing science and technology, or chapters of Lawrence Lessig's book on code and other laws of cyberspace. But you can certainly also come up with an article or a book yourself. If not, I will guide you in finding important and interesting work. Every student is expected to present one paper or one book chapter, read all the literature we are going to discuss, and hand in 3 short written assignments. Students will learn to identify important work on the intersection of law, innovation, and society, and how to critically reflect and discuss this literature. The seminar will be in English and taught online only, and is open for all students. Again, all important information about the seminar will be posted online next week. My third course will be a privatissimum on innovation and public law. The goal of this course is to guide doctoral students in the field of innovation and public law in their academic writing process. Each session, 2 students will present ongoing work, including exposés, chapters or sub-chapters of their dissertation, or parts from other current research projects. The course will allow students to reflect on their own and other students' work, and they will gain insights in how to do academic research in the field of innovation and public law. The course will be taught in German and English language, depending on the student's work, obviously. And it will be an online course. And again, all further information will be posted online next week. Having said all that, I will now hand over to Professor Futzko.
Thank you very much. And I'm looking so much forward to work to you together in this outstanding institute. So Dominic and me, we have a course this upcoming semester about copyright in a digital single market. And in the center of that will be the directive on exactly this topic.
Yeah, more or less. So on the one hand, we're talking about the Digital Single Market Directive, of course, but on the other hand, we are not really. We do provide an overview, of course, of the provision of that directive, but then we will discuss hot topics. So we will discuss hot topics in modern copyright law. And basically, each episode of our course deals with one hot topic. For example, this year we will start with copyright contract law, because in the digital age, copyrighted works are produced and also used on an everyday basis and everywhere. So the amendments to the copyright contract law are very important in our view. Afterwards, we will also discuss things like challenges that we see with AI. We will talk about sampling in the music industry after the CGEU decision, Metall of Metall. We will talk about upload filters, as were heavily discussed in the media. We will talk about metaverse, or also virtual video recorders. And last but not least, of course, we also will have Guido's favorite topic that you will host a session on.
Yeah, so NFT, the hottest topic in the art world of today, we will discuss in more detail, because as you may know, I'm also working as a conceptual artist, and therefore it's near to my heart to speak about that. The course will be in German language only, unfortunately, but it will be online, available around the world for everyone who wants to listen in German language. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dominic. Thank you very much, Guido. Very much looking forward again to this very successful and very, very relevant course that you are going to give here. And I hand over to somebody who's doing something completely new now. Lukas, please.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Nikolaus, for inviting me to today's YouTube session. I'm super excited to present a very new course at our department for the next semester. Maybe many of the students listening already know the two law clinics that we have at the Faculty of Law at the University of Vienna. We, as a department, we are starting a third one. We are introducing the Art Law Clinic in the next semester, and I'm super excited to teach together with some of my colleagues there. The Art Law Clinic is a joint project of the University of Applied Arts in Vienna, our faculty, our department, and the law firm CMS Reich-Rorbeck-Heinz. And the basic idea is to provide legal consultation to young artists and young art students in their daily life and in their daily cases, basically. We are starting with a crash course in April. It's a blocked 1-week course, basically, and we'll introduce all the students to the main concepts in art law, and to give them basically a broad overview for all that is out there right now. And after the introduction phase or the crash course is over, we will start with the actual consultation phase, where art students and young artists can come to us with their real life problems, and we as law students, together with us as department, we are going to advise them on them. Students who are participating in the Art Law Clinic are not only getting ECTS credits for the crash course, but also for their ongoing consultation work over the semesters, which is also a cool thing if you want to boost your elective ECTS. Applications for the Art Law Clinic have started already on the 22nd of February and are still open until the 20th of March. We're looking forward to many applications. We've limited the number of attendees actually to 20, but we are super looking forward to many applications. Please also send us your CV and your transcript of records to an email address that is also referenced on YouFind. Just look for Art Law Clinic on YouFind and you'll definitely find it. We're looking forward for many applications and for a very interesting course. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Lukas. Great. Without any ado, I hand over to Victoria. Victoria, please.
Thank you, Nikolaus, very much. Thanks for the invitation. So I'm further going to elaborate on my course that is called Coding for Lawyers, that I'm teaching together with Kaspar Lebloch, who is a university assistant at the Faculty of Computer Science at the University of Vienna. First, I'd like to give a little bit of context how this entire course came about. One of the privileges working with you, Nikolaus, at the department is that one can really realize one's own idea, even and already as a student assistant, which was the time when I came up with this idea more than 3 years ago already now. And so the reason why I came up with this idea and why I wanted to propose it to you, Nikolaus, was twofold. On the one hand, being a student at that time, I really would have liked to see more courses that deal with recent technological developments as well as legal tech, especially given the circumstance that a lot of lawyers are involved in regulating technological implications. And secondly, I think that everyone should know the basics of computer science. So these two reasons put together made me propose the idea Coding for Lawyers, and fast forward a couple of months. Upon my graduation, with your support, as well as the support from Professor Reichel, who is a professor at the Faculty of Computer Science at the University of Vienna, we were able to hold the course for the first time. This was in the summer semester 2020, a little bit before the entire pandemic started. And then we moved to digital, and now we try to move again to hybrid. And what we're doing within this course can be separated in two kind of areas. On the one hand, we're going to teach you the basics of Python, as this is a very easy language to start to learn code. And secondly, this is specifically my part that I'm covering, is to further dive deeper into legal aspects of coding, being it data protection, being it IP, and last but not least, legal tech in general. That is what is my course all about. And this is typically over a period of 6 to 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Victoria. We have another course which is very much into computer science, or at least related to computer science. That's the one from Paul. Paul, please.
Yes, thank you. This course is called Legal Data Lab and kind of builds on top of what Victoria just said. What we are doing in the course is analyze legal data to gain legal insights from this data. As far as I know, this is the first course of this kind in Austria and the only one. And I'm really excited about this. I started this course last semester, and this is the second time this semester. So I'm really looking forward to what students will bring to this. The course is separated in two parts. In the first part, we will be looking at the more theoretical side. So students will build up the skills. This will be purely online and also kind of self-paced. So this will be asynchronous via Moodle to, on the one hand, gain the skills. So either the programming skills, but also legal skills and what I mean by legal data and computational law. And there will be a second part. This will be an in-person workshop in June at the department, where we'll be building projects over 2 days and analyzing your own data. The projects from last semester are already online if you're interested, and I've gotten a lot of very positive feedback, so a lot of interest in this and what is happening in this course. So I'm really excited about what will happen this semester. One quick note maybe on the coding skills. So because this first part of the course is self-paced and really adapts to what your skills are already, it really doesn't matter as much what your coding skills are. You can take this as, well, a kind of a push to go into coding yourself. So there will be some guidance on this, but if you're also an expert already, you don't have to waste much time doing the trivial tasks and don't have to invest as much in the beginning of this course. But obviously building from what Victoria offers in Coding for Lawyers is a good idea. Yeah, really excited. The official registration period closed already on Monday, but if anybody is interested, they can send me an email and I'll get you in.
Yeah, That's true for some of the courses, by the way. Some of them are already closed when it comes to the official deadlines. But if you have any issue in getting in there because of being too late, simply let the professor or the person in charge know, and we will try to find a solution for this. Thank you so much, Paul. So this is about some of the computer science related things that we do for lawyers, but we also do it the other way around. So we teach computer scientists in law. Tima, please.
Hi, thanks, Nicholas, for having me. I'm really excited today to present Informatics and Law, which is a course that we offer at the Institute specifically to informatics students. And I teach this course along with some of my other colleagues. So essentially, Informatics and Law is a course which really aims to teach informatics students about legal aspects which govern the computational systems and help them build upon their knowledge in their informatics courses. So the course is really just a crash course in the field of law that would be relevant to informatics students and all the technology-related subjects that they study. So our course contains about 14 lectures, which each focus on different areas of law and are offered in English and in German. So we start off with general lectures, teaching students about EU law in general and the legal systems, as well as Austrian legal framework and legal systems. And we also give students insights into important areas of law, such as contract law, criminal law, and consumer protection. And then after that, the rest of the lectures are more specific and focused in different areas of law that would affect them in their career in informatics or technology-related subjects. So we offer courses such as data protection, copyright, design and domain law, as well as law regulating platforms. And our goal is really at the end of the course to give informatics students a better understanding in general about law and also a better understanding about the specific laws that would pertain to subjects that they study in their informatics courses, computational systems, and really all of their technology-related subjects. So yeah, I think Informatics and Law is a great course. I love teaching it, and it's very interactive. We get a lot of really interesting questions from informatics students, and it's always interesting to see how much they know about the law and how much they care about the law. And it's great to know that they will take this into their future careers as they move forward.
Thank you so much, Tima. Now, to me, very briefly, I will try to be very short on this. As usual, I'm doing a little bit too many courses, but still, I will try to be at least precise. So the first one, that is completely new and is probably the most interesting to many of you. I have the privilege to teach together with Iris digital law. And I'm going to talk about this together with Iris at the very end of this event today. So I keep this out at the moment. But remember, this is important in particular if you are in the new LLB program. Then I do a course on legal research. That's a course for first-year law students in the diploma studies. And it's supposed to give them the first overview that they need to learn the necessary methodological and theoretical skills to become a lawyer. So this is not only about how can I find a book or how do I Google correctly. It's more about what do I need to know? How do I need to collect information and to process information properly in a legally sensible way as a lawyer. This is going to be taught in German. It's for, as I said, for the diploma students only. And importantly, this is, I think, the very first online-only course ever offered at the University of Vienna, many years before the pandemic. So since 2017, this is online only. And obviously, because of the pandemic, it will stay, not only, but also because of the pandemic, it will stay online only. So it's hopefully convenient for those of you who don't want to learn things at a given time frame in a given geographical environment. I'm doing an LLB seminar and the diploma seminar. So that's one joint seminar for both student tracks on current questions of IT law. So that's a catch-all seminar to write your diploma, one of the two diploma works that you possibly need to write. The outstanding information here might be that I'm doing this together with Professor Dr. Thomas Hören in this term. Hören is a professor of information law at the University of Münster in Germany. He's joining us with a group of students and a group of staff. That's a hybrid format, so parts of it online, parts of it on-site, if on-site should be possible. If you want to know a little bit more about how Germans look at information law, and importantly, if you want to meet Hören, who is one of the leading figures of the whole field in Germany, this is your opportunity. Then I'm responsible for a hackathon. So this is also, again, now a little bit more the computer science related part of this. It's a hackathon, legal tech, that we have been organizing now for more than 4 years together with the University of Applied Sciences in Vienna, Fachhochschule Campus Wien. The idea of this is to bring together students of computer science and students of law to develop their individual legal tech projects. So quite similar to what Paul is doing on an individual basis, are we doing here together as a group. So there are groups of students with both disciplines developing something during a weekend. Normally this runs in the following way. We open the door on Saturday morning and we keep you in the offices, be it literally in an office, be it virtually online. Most probably it will be online only this year again. And we bring you pizza or coffee or Red Bull or whatever you need in order to survive for 2 days. And then we close the door after the 2 days and we have a look into what you managed to develop in this time. So this is very, very open. It's very chaotic on a first view, but it's also very creative for this reason. And I'm very proud to say that several of the legal hackathon projects have made it now into projects that are on a market and that are sold on a market. So if you want to meet computer scientists on a working level, and if you want to create things together with others, this is your course. Then I'm co-offering a course on data ethics and legal issues. This is something mainly, again, with students and for students of computer science. In this case, very closely related to professors and teachers who have a background either in philosophy or in political sciences. And those of you who are interested in ethical aspects of what we are doing as lawyers in the information technology field, that might be your course. And finally, I'm offering a seminar for PhD students. So if you are not completely upset about the whole field that we cover here, if you plan to possibly think about doing a PhD, that would be one of the opportunities that we offer. This is again very open when it comes to the topics, and it's the entry point that you need to pass if you want to write a PhD under my supervision. This is something that you need to do. If you are already writing a PhD under my supervision, it's also something that you need to do, but that's less interesting for most of you probably. And last not least, I'm teaching a lot in our LLM program. So just to let you know that the University of Vienna is also offering an LLM in law, information law and media law. I'm responsible for this LLM. That's in German, and I do some of the classes there, obviously. Most of the things that I mentioned can be done in both languages. The only exception to this is the legal research, which is in German, and digital law, which is in principle, at least all the time in English. So that's all that I'm doing. And now I will try to share, and hopefully this is going to work, a video with you, because one of our lecturers is not able to join us. But he sent us a video. So this is now Giga talking.
Liebe Damen und Herren, ich darf Ihnen kurz den Kurs Plattformrecht vorstellen. Wenn Begriffe wie E-Commerce, Hass im Netz, Geoblocking und Over-the-Top-Dienste Ihre Aufmerksamkeit erwecken, sind Sie hier richtig. Wie die Tätigkeiten der Online-Plattformen sind auch die Rechtsmaterien, die diese regeln, sehr vielfältig. In kommendem Semester werden wir uns insbesondere dem Digital Services Act, der Umsetzung des New Deals for Consumer in das nationale Wettbewerbs- und Verbraucherschutzrecht sowie den Streaming-Plattformen widmen. Sie sind herzlich eingeladen, mitzumachen. Danke.
So this is obviously taught in German, but that's the only German part of this presentation. And Giga sent his excuses for not being able to join us and also for having produced this in German instead of English, because he was not properly informed by me that this would be in English. So my apologies, my fault. Finally, last not least, Iris and myself, as I said, are going to offer a new course on digital law, which is a compulsory module for all the students who are not in the diploma studies, but who are in the new program, the LLB and LLM program on international legal studies. If you are in this program, you need to do this. Ideally, you are in your third term and you have some kind of an interest in two aspects of digitalization. The first one is everything which is represented in this presentation here, mainly by people like Paul or by Victoria, which are about decoding or the computer science part of law. So digital law in the sense of in how far does digitalization change the legal profession and the legal work. That will be one part. And the other part will be an overview on the challenges in the legal framework, so law of information or law of digitalization. We will do this course together. It will be an online schedule that will be rather tight. Every Thursday evening from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. you will listen. You will be able to listen either to Iris or to myself. And it will be examined at the end of the term by a multiple choice test. That's probably also new for many of the, at least the traditional students. This is not going to be a traditional exam in the sense that we are describing you a case and we want you to solve a case. It will be a multiple choice test at the end of the term. The course will be split into 5 sub-modules, the first 2 of them being taught by Iris and the last 3 of them being taught by myself. Iris, would you perhaps be so kind to introduce your two first modules first?
Yes, of course. So I will be teaching legal tech and general legal framework. What will I cover in legal tech? Apart from what Nicholas already said, I will also cover certain applications, some technical basics, a bit of social critique on these technical applications. And then, of course, most important, how the general legal framework is applicable to all these technological developments. That's roughly what I'm going to do.
Okay, and I'm going to have 3 other modules. Mine will be more into the legal issues mentioned before. The first one will be about data protection. The second one will be about platforms and platform regulations. And the third one will be about everything which is IP related as a first overview. So IP protection in particular, but not only copyright. And the task or the purpose of this is to give students in their third term a first basic overview about what digital might mean to the law. And this is supported by an elective course, an Übung, that is going to be coordinated by Paul. Paul, please.
Yes, I will be teaching the exercise in digital law together with a couple of colleagues. We will take the content from your lecture and kind of apply to more practical cases and also do some exam preparation. So if you are planning to take the exam in June, so after the semester, I think this course will give a good overview and a good preparation for this exam. So especially there will be 2 tests, and the last test will be a kind of mock exam for you to gauge whether or not you should take the exam already. Yeah, maybe from a time frame point of view, we are more or less directly after you. So your lecture will take place on Thursday evening, and we will be starting on Friday morning with our more practical exercises.
Okay, thank you so much, Paul. And thank you to all of you, also in particular to those of you who are still listening. We made it with less than 30 minutes, just to mention this. So I think it was very dense and quite a lot of information in very short time, but we wanted to be concise and fast. But if there is anything that you still need to know, or whether if there's anything that we did not cover, please feel free to contact us at any time. All the email addresses, phone numbers, etc., are on the website of the department. Please stay in touch with us. Please stay in touch with us also via social media, and please participate actively inside and outside the relevant classes in shaping this really, really interesting and challenging field of the legal domain. All of us, we are very much looking forward to working with you. All the best until then, and we hope to see you soon, very, very soon, and take care until then. All the best. Bye-bye. Okay, that was it.